in this video I thought I'd talk about knitwear and textures for autumn, summer I nearly said, autumn winter 2024. So let's have a look at what's out there. So we went through colours, so you might have seen that video before, so you'll know there's khakis and things like that around. So there's lots of knits, just plain knits, yeah. A lot of them are high-necked, which is great if you've got a long neck or if you want something to keep you warm. It's not so good oftentimes if you're full of busted or you've got a short neck. So just have a think about necklines, but lots and lots of all these. This is quite an oversized one if I hold it out. Yeah, it's quite broad knitwear. So think about whether you want something that is quite chunky, whether it's oversized or whether you want something a little bit more fitted. In terms of textures, this one's actually mine. I got this the other day and it's very, if I bring it to the camera you can see, it's lovely to stroke, really lovely to stroke. So it's very furry, and also this one is a little bit more fitted. So actually, you know, it fits around you, literally fits around your silhouette. So if you want something a little bit more fitted, look out for something that's got that stretch in potentially, or that is just cut in a neater cut. This one has got the balloon sleeve, so it's wider at the sleeve, but it's definitely more fitted in the body. And then just to say, again, you might have seen me in this one a bit ago, but this is from Bowden, again, a reasonably fitted one. I prefer it a bit more fitted, but this one is just a sort of straight cut really jumper. They do this one in lots of different colours, and just if you want a bit of fun, I just think it's fun to sometimes make these things look a little bit more interesting. So I love jewellery, so for me adding something like this at the front just makes it a little bit more interesting. So again, this is just a really simple knit, so it's quite a fine knit. If I hold that up to the camera, hopefully you can see there's a fine knit there, so that generally suits you if you're finer boned or you're more petite in height. Don't go too chunky, in other words. This is actually a dress, but just to say there's loads and loads of these big thick knit jumpers out there. So if you imagine this as a jumper, loads and loads of roll necks in all sorts of different colours. Again, just think about how high you want your neck. Cowl neck tends to sit a little bit lower than an actual roll neck that sits up right up to the sort of chin area. So think about where you want your knits to go. But lovely, loads of these sort of around in all sorts of different colours as jumpers. And then again, this is the Bowden jumper in bright pink. So it's actually sort of almost like a hot pink colour in reality, less yellowy than it looks on the screen there. And it's got that pie crust collar, which you'll see in lots of blouses and also in the jumpers like this. Again, a reasonably fine knit. You know, it's not too big in terms of the pattern. So if you're smaller, that will suit you. But if you are taller or your your scale is slightly larger, then you're better off going for a chunkier knit. And then just to say, there's lots of long line cardigans as well. Now, one of the other trends that's around is this sort of scarf trend where, so this actually attaches to this, let me take it off and you can see. So it's a cardigan in its own right, like that. Yeah, just a straight cardigan. And then it also has the buttons on the back. If I get a bit closer, you can perhaps see the buttons at the top there, around the collar, where you can attach the scarf. And the idea is to literally, you know, tie the scarf around and leave it over your shoulder so you make a feature of the scarf. This one is from Sosanda and it's in the zigzag black and white print. Lovely long line cardigan. Quite good if you like to do that columns of colour dressing where you've got sort of, you know, the outer parts of you are in one colour and then you have a different colour down the middle. It can be quite flattering. And then in terms of textures, I've said there's all the furry stuff around. Again, shop your own wardrobe because I have had this for a long time. I think I've got this one from Vinted or something. It's just a very furry gilet in navy. So even with this dress, it looks quite fun. So it just adds a little layer, keeps me warm. It's in navy, so it pulls out the navy that's in the dress. Quite a nice little extra detail. So fur, feathers, fluff. You'll find lots of those Borg jackets out there, you know, the sheepskin looking ones. All of that kind of thing is what you'll find in the shops this season. Enjoy wearing it.